They voted me out of the company I built, in the conference room I'd booked, on the calendar invite I'd sent. Let me back up. 11 years ago, I wrote the first version of our software at my kitchen table on a laptop with a cracked screen. The technology was mine. The late nights were mine. What Marcus brought, and he brought it well, was charm. He could walk into a room of investors and make them feel like geniuses for handing us money. So we split it down the middle. I built the thing. He sold the thing. Co-founders, best friends. I was the CEO on paper, but really, we were equals. For a long time, that worked. Then, we got the offer. A strategic acquirer wanting to buy us for a number with a lot of zeros. And somewhere between the term sheet and the close, Marcus decided he didn't want to split it down the middle anymore. I noticed the small things first. Board meetings I wasn't fully briefed on. A new investor who'd come in through Marcus, friendly to me in a way that didn't reach his eyes. A financing round that closed faster than it should have, on terms I was walked through a little too quickly. By the time I understood what those new shares actually did, it was done. My ownership had been diluted. The board had a new majority, and that majority answered to Marcus. He called the vote at a regular board meeting. He let me run the first 10 minutes, like always. Then he slid a folder across the table and said the company needed a different kind of leader for this next chapter. They removed me as CEO. They offered me a seat I'd have no power in and a smile I wanted to slap off his face. Marcus actually said, "Nothing personal. It's just business." Here's the thing about being the person who built it. You know where everything is buried, because you buried it. I didn't make a scene. I didn't cry in the parking lot, though I wanted to. I signed the papers stripping me of the title, I shook the hands, and I let them order the celebration lunch. Because I knew something Marcus, in 11 years of selling the thing, had never bothered to learn about the thing itself. The company didn't own its own technology. I did. In the early days, when it was just me and a laptop, I filed the foundational patents, the ones everything else is built on. I'm named on them as the inventor, which is normal. What's not normal is that in all our scramble, I had never signed the agreement that assigns those patents to the company. We always meant to clean that up later. Marcus handled the legal admin, or thought he did. So legally, the core invention this entire acquisition was paying for didn't belong to the company he'd just seized. It belonged to me. Personally, I didn't tell him. People who think they've won stop checking their work. Instead, I called my own attorney, and then I waited, quietly, for the part Marcus couldn't control, the buyer's due diligence. Because when a serious company pays a serious number, their lawyers read everything. And about 3 weeks after my celebration lunch, those lawyers asked the one question that ends deals. Can you prove the company owns its core intellectual property? Marcus could not. The chain of ownership ran straight out of the company and into a woman he'd just thrown out of the building. The acquirer didn't renegotiate. They walked. You don't buy a house when someone else holds the deed to the foundation. And then my phone started ringing. Marcus first. Warm, nostalgic. Let's grab coffee, just us. Then the board. Then the new investor, the one whose eyes never smiled, suddenly very interested in being my friend. I let my lawyer do the talking. The terms were simple. The patents would only ever be licensed to the company with me reinstated in control, with a board that actually worked for the people who built the thing. They could accept it, or they could own a very expensive company that legally couldn't sell the only product it had. They accepted. Marcus kept his shares. He kept his title on the website. What he lost was the thing he'd traded our friendship for. The belief that the charm was the company. It was never the charm. It was the thing at the kitchen table. And the thing at the kitchen table had my name on it the whole time. People ask if I wish I'd assigned those patents properly back at the start, like you're supposed to. Sometimes. It would have been cleaner. But cleaner isn't the same as safer. The messiest thing in that company turned out to be the one wall they couldn't knock down. Marcus said it was just business. He was right. He just forgot whose business it was. I'm still here, still building, still the only one whose name is on the foundation. If her story stayed with you, there are more like it here. Subscribe, and I will tell you the next one.